What's going on, everybody? David Bozell with For America, back from the summer break. And we're going to do a lot more of these sort of short, I hesitate to even call it a podcast, but short bits, right? Because the attention span of the American consumer is short, but really it's mine. It's my attention span. I don't have the attention span for a long-running show. And I like to do short bits. And that's just the way it's going to be. So right out of the blocks today, 2 speeches. I couldn't be more excited about conservatism's prospects in the next couple of years here. 2 speeches. One speech was Trump's the other night from Pennsylvania, and the other was an ad from DeSantis today. They're terrific clips. There's nothing stale about any of these 2 clips. I don't want to hear it from the Never Trump crowd about that you may be tired of President Trump. His close the other night from Pennsylvania was terrific. And if you are sort of tired of hearing from him for whatever odd reason, if you've taken these words and put it into another candidate's body, you'd be fawning all over it. It's that good. It should be celebrated. And that's a guy, he sounds like a guy who's running. That's a candidate right there. So let's run it here. It's 2 minutes. It's a terrific ending to a speech. And they even put music in the arena, which they kind of short-circuited, or they shortcut through an ad here. But they even put music in an arena, but it's terrific.
There is no mountain we cannot climb. There is no summit we cannot reach. There is no challenge we cannot meet. There is no victory we cannot have. We will not bend, we will not break, we will not yield. We will never give in, we will never give up. We will never, ever, ever back down.
Amen. Go on, Don. Go on.
As long as we are
it.
confident and united, the tyrants
True.
we are fighting do not stand even a chance. Because we are Americans, and Americans kneel to God and God alone. My fellow citizens, this incredible journey we are on together has only just begun, and it is time to start talking about greatness for our country again. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious American nation. So with the help of everyone here today and citizens all across our land, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Thank you.
So, I mean, if I could quibble with the music choice there, whoever piped that through the arena, give me something a little bit more upbeat. I don't need some sort of sad piano track from a Steven Spielberg movie. But look, what more do you want, right? And juxtapose that 2 minutes from Trump with Biden's haunted house speech from a couple days prior. Trump sticks to this, assuming he can stick to this, he wins going away, no problem. No problem. It's a terrific close to a very good speech. It's the viral moment. And that's the close of a candidate. He's running, right? Everybody else who thinks they're running, they should just basically get out of the way because you're not going to be able to defeat them. Sorry. No one in the Republican side has been able to defeat them. So I like a lot of those guys for a lot of different reasons. The candidates or the people that are sort of bouncing around, the Kristi Noems, the Pompeos. I'll even hear Mike Pence out. But the Ted Cruz's, but you just don't have a shot. You don't have a shot against that. Okay? Now, the one guy who's mentioned a lot, along with Trump, as sort of a 1A, is DeSantis, governor of Florida. And he comes out with an ad today that every Republican who is in office should aspire to earn the following ad made about them. I hear a lot of talk about, I don't know what the agenda should be. I don't know what to say on the trail. I don't know. What promises do I make to the American people? You don't need to worry about any of those. Quality of life issues is the answer. Okay? You be the party of parents. We've talked about this before. Democrats are deathly afraid of Republicans taking over the mantle of the party of parents. Be the party for parents. Give parents choice. Allow parents to decide the level of risk. That's a COVID-specific thing. And for God's sakes, keep parents involved in discussions surrounding their children's gender, underage abortion, etc., etc. Those very serious life issues. Got to keep parents' involvement. Got to. But every Republican should have as a goal to earn the following ad made about them. Now, this is a DeSantis ad. A little tough to translate over radio, but you'll hear from teachers, nurses. They might be actors and actresses. I suppose they are. But it doesn't matter. Teachers, nurses, students, parents with their grandparents, mechanics, bartenders, and they're thanking Ron DeSantis for sticking up for them. But there's three pieces of it. There's a sort of a three-piece theme. We'll see if you can pick up on it, okay? Here's DeSantis' ad released early today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Ron DeSantis.
Today we deliver for the people of Florida yet again.
You saved our jobs.
And kept us going.
They tried to shut us down, but you saved our business.
$1,000 bonuses.
You had our backs.
And honored our service.
You led by facts, not fear.
And you let us decide.
You let me go to school. You gave me a voice.
You put us first.
And didn't let them keep us apart.
You let us learn.
You let us compete.
All of us.
You protected our right to worship together in person.
And you raised our pay.
You protected our waters.
And kept Florida beautiful.
When they attacked you, you didn't cave.
You stood strong for Florida.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Gracias, Gobernador DeSantis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor DeSantis.
All right, terrific ad. These are obvious reasons. These two clips. And why is Trump and DeSantis the top of everybody's ticket preference? It's because they can pull this stuff off. And the other guys just cannot. So there's a real skill set involved. I mean, there's obviously, you have to have a commitment to your principles to actually execute a lot of this. But there's three things that were repeated in the DeSantis ad that makes it so good for me. Every wave election is an anti-Washington election. It doesn't matter which side. But history will tell you, particularly modern history will tell you, that when there's a big shift, the prevailing theme is against Washington, which needs to be the Republican theme. quality of life issues and an indictment of Washington trying to manage your quality of life and failing at that. That needs to be the case. To prosecute the case against Washington. But at the top, the bartender, no, it was the mechanic. The mechanic says they tried to shut us down. And they don't mention who the they is. They tried to shut us down. Then the mother or the child with her parents, they tried to keep us apart. They don't mention who the they is. And then the final guy says, they attacked you, they. The implication is Washington and Democrats creating an us versus them mentality. Us, Florida. Them, Washington. Us, Team DeSantis. Them, Democrats. Trump does kind of the same thing in his remarks we just heard from him, just in a different way and different word choice, but it's the same. You arrive at the same spot. It's an us versus them mentality. And while everyone's crying about what the agenda should be and trying to come up with this contract with America or that contract with America, it's just, guys, just be the party of parents. Run on quality of life issues and create an us versus Washington mentality. Defund Washington. Indict Washington, prosecute Washington's desires and goals and failures at running your life. And then when you get in here, you're going to start chipping away at defunding this stuff, which I know you haven't done in a while. I know these Republicans haven't. They kind of forget what it's like to even shrink government. But we'll get in the next segment. Are you really going to fund the IRS bill for Joe Biden? Republicans? Are you really going to come and take over the House of Representatives and fund 87,000 new IRS agents and give them a blank check and a whole lot of time on their hands to make your voters miserable? I don't think so. Do you have the want and the will to stop that from happening? You have the ability. And you have every constitutional proviso and rule and whatever power you need. You're going to have all that too. But do you have the want and the will? I think you do. I think you do. These two guys do. It's obvious. And it's obvious that they get it. And that's why they're at the top of the heap. And that's why they're not going anywhere anytime soon. And no, I don't think DeSantis runs against Trump. I don't. I mean, somebody will. It provides good competition and makes him a better candidate. But if he runs, I think it clears a field of major players. There'd be some minor players that, professional candidates, as it were, that have nothing better to do than to run. But I think Trump sticks to his closing message from the other night. He wins, going away. DeSantis with the ad of the cycle. I mean, DeSantis is good in his natural state and just instinctively he gets it. But for Trump to pull it off in an organic way and DeSantis pulling it off in an ad setting, if I had to sort of pick one or the other, it would be Trump for doing it just sort of on the fly and in a speech setting. But DeSantis has those skill sets too. But us versus them, that's all you got to worry about. Every Republican should take note. And it's so easy. I mean, look what your competition's doing. Speaking in haunted houses with, LED red lights just draped all over them. If you can't beat that, there's really, we should all just go be golf course superintendents. If you're a political party, you can't beat the guy who drapes himself in red Hitler-esque settings. I mean, it was like the Kramer's apartment from that Seinfeld episode with the Rogers chicken sign right outside his window. I mean, jeez, it's too easy. So I'm actually, sitting here coming back from Labor Day, like, wow, this is gonna be easy. You can't mess this one up, can you? Maybe the Republicans could. I don't know. But listen, Trump's close, DeSantis is at. There's a reason why they're 1 and 1A in terms of political prospects and who might be president in 2024. Stick to those themes, guys. Republicans nationally, stick to these themes. Earn that same ad. What should I do when I get to Washington? You want that same ad that I just ran from DeSantis. You want that run about you. Thank you, Congressman X. You kept me at work. You improved my job. And no, I don't mind that the teacher said you increased my pay. They got a tough ass job. If you got it in the budget and you can afford it, and you're committed to quality teachers with a quality America First curriculum, no, I don't mind the extra bump up in pay. In fact, I support it. They got a tough enough gig as it is, especially with the rest of the country trying to shut them down for every sniffle that comes along. So every Republican needs to have as their goal, when I go to Washington, I hope to have an ad made about me that says all of those things. And as where Trump is concerned, terrific close in Pennsylvania. You show once again why you're the class of the field, potential presidential field. All right, over and out for now. See ya.